Green flag from Doug Ryan. Stanford, another great start in the 98. Logan Drake had to touch the binders to stay out of the 2. He is way up on the high side of the racetrack, out of the second turn, down the backstretch. Does Logan Drake have enough forward bite to steal a couple positions? He's racing side by side with the 96A of Clay Daly. Couple of the hot shoes at the back of the pack.
But look at that race for fourth. Gray Ferrando and the 28 of Hughes. They are going side by side, a little bit of contact, but no harm, no foul. Ferrando's going to be the leader going into turn 3 out of those 2 cars. Drake up in the wall in turn 3.
Logan Drake impact with the turn 3 wall way up on the high side to see if he can keep that car going. Any damage, but definitely towed out. He is going to make his way off the field, off the track.
Look at Stanford. He is just putting on a show. He's out front by 10 car lengths at the line. It's the 98 of Stanford, the 222 of Scott Drake.
Sitting third is the 766 of Joe Antonetti. He's looking strong as well, but right now it is all Alex Stanford up front. Stanford on the bottom all the way around turns 1 and 2, way down in the gutter. He has got a fast line down there. He is pulling away from everybody. This is his race to lose. The second place car is Scott Drake. He's holding his own. Then it's a 2-car advantage over the 766 of Antonetti. Fourth place, Gray Ferrando. Ferrando now starting to move in the V13. Right behind Ferrando, that is the
28H of Daryl Hughes, then the 96A of Clay Daly. We've got the 2J of Justin Schweitzer, and the 174 of Buddy Shepard.
Stanford impressive in this run here. We're 8 laps down. 12 laps is the distance. 4 laps to go. We're going to transfer the top 5. Those transfer cars at the stripe right now are Alex Stanford, Scott Drake in the 222. Then it's the 766 of Antonetti, Gray Ferrando, and Hughes are your top 5 that'll transfer into the A main if we ended it right now. 9 laps down, 3 to go.
You got 3 laps, and you know Clay Daly's sitting there. He's watching this action go down. He's watching. He's going, okay, Hughes, how can I get around you?
He's got to catch him first. Hughes is looking good. Daly still is struggling, that 96A car. Trying to slide her in on the bottom. That seems to be the preferred line here in this B main event number 2. There's the white flag for Alex Stanford. Stanford, he's got it all wrapped up. He can keep it pointed the right direction. Big lead for the 96. Scott Drake still continues to run second. Everybody single file through the bottom of turns 1 and 2. Here comes your winner out of turn 4. Alex Stanford takes the checkered flag. He's going to the show. He's going to bring Scott Drake with him. Also, Antonetti, a little impact from Ferrando, and Hughes will be the top 5 cars that transfer in tonight's AA main event here on night number 1 of the Budweiser Nationals from Bakersfield, California. What a race. What an impressive run for Alex Stanford.
We've seen him run fast. He gets faster and faster every time I see him in that PCD chassis. He just finds something and is just absolutely lights out fast. Well, Corey, I'll tell you what, that race got me pumped up. Watching Lauer and Stanford duke it out at the beginning.
Well, there's no doubt it got you pumped up. I've never heard you talk that fast. We're going to move into our late model division.
Yeah, this is the late model dash, Corey.
This is our late model trophy dash.
Yep, it's got the top 4 qualifiers from earlier today, then each one of the heat race winners in this dash. And the number 2 of Bobby Hogue is rocking a Moxie Media GoPro cam for this as well.
He is. We are riding with the number 2. We'll take you through the lineup. The inside of row number 1 in the 5L. That is Cody Laney. Starting outside of him, the guy you want to watch here at Bakersfield, the Budweiser Nationals, the winningest driver of this event, Bobby Hogue. On the inside of the second row in the number 12, that is Nick Bartels. Outside of Nick Bartels in the 91T
is Tony Toast.
That is Tony Toast. In the number 10 in, that's the Sandman, Rob Sanders.
Steve the Snake Drake in the 11X just come aboard. We're also waiting for Clay Daly, your fast qualifier tonight in the 32B, doing double duty, just getting out of his A-mod, jumping into his late model. He'll be out in just a second.
Well, for those of you that were wanting to know the qualifying times, you can go on to Moxie Media Promotions. We have those times posted. You can take a look at who qualified where and what their times were. Again, those qualifying lap times posted on Moxie Media Promotions. Still waiting for one more driver.
Yep, and we're going to have the 91T. We also have a GoPro on him as well, so you'll be able to ride with him once we get everything edited and put on Facebook for you, Moxie Media and Promotions Facebook page. So, these fast cars, and we're going to be right there in the cockpit with them.
Okay.
And this is going to be really, really
You can
fast.
count on this one being wild. There is no doubt about it. Dom, you're looking down at the track. Your eyes are as big as the lights here at Bakersfield. Tell me what you're thinking, buddy.
Oh, I'm pretty anxious to see everybody run. It's I'm sure tensions are high, and a lot of people are anxious to get out there and race as well.
Well, take a look on the racetrack. What do you see? It's an all-California Trophy Dash tonight.
Yeah, it certainly is. Obviously, the home state advantage here.
Yeah, with the home state and the home track advantage for some of these guys, they run out here a little more than your Oregon guys, so they have a little bit of advantage to it. But, once the main event starts, that advantage goes away, and it's all who's got the gas pedal and the steering wheel.
Exactly, and you're sitting here looking at it, and you've got Clay Daly on the front row with Drake on the outside of him. This is shaping up to be one of the best battles of the night. And don't look what you got right behind him.
Anytime
So
you
far.
put Clay Daly and Steve Drake on the front row,
With Laney and Hogue.
You know things are about to happen. Here we go. We are
7
set
of the
up.
fastest cars on the West Coast.
Set up for the Trophy Dash. Looking them over. Doug Ryan going to let him fly. Do we have a green flag? We do. Here we go. Great start for Clay Daly in the 32B. Daly going to drive to the bottom of turns 1 and 2. Steve Drake right down there with him and Cody Laney. 1, 2, 3. Look at the drive for Cody Laney down the backstretch. Sneaks up under Steve Drake. A little bit of contact. Drake slams the door. Says, not this time around, pal. Clay Daly leads lap number 1. Drake for second. Laney, Bartels, and Hogue, your top 5.
Hogue going to the top side, trying to find something up there with the Sandman Rob Sanders, but doesn't look like they're getting any grip at the moment. Toast and Hogue trying to find something on the top side in 3 and 4. No push just yet, so the bottom's probably going to be the best way around so far.
So far, the bottom looks good, but Bobby Hogue searching the high side, found something up that time around to hold off Tony Toast at the back of the pack. Hang on, Nick Bartels. Nick Bartels up on the apron, gets slammed into by the 91 of Tony Toast. Good to see that there was no damage to the 91.
There's a lot of damage on Rob Sanders. He's smoking.
I don't think that's smoke, Mike. I'm thinking we have a punctured radiator on the 10 machine. That looked like a lot of steam, and if you look at where the damage is on that car, I think he busted the radiator.
Could be.
There is a good call right there, Joel. That is exactly what that is. That is unfortunate for the Sandman. Bartels took a heavy hit from Toast.
Yeah.
I can't believe there isn't a lot of heavy damage to the 91T of Toast.
He hit it fairly clean. Unfortunately, Rob Sanders went right between the eyes of that big skull on the front of his car. Gave it a nice bloody nose, and all that liquid poured out, and it's done.
We'll talk. We're 3 laps down. 6 laps? 6 laps? So far, Clay Daly that first 3 laps, incredibly fast. Dom, tell me what you're looking at.
I'm looking at the damage to the cars, and it looks like everybody's still just back out there racing. So it looks like everybody's in good shape, and it looks like we'll have a good race still.
We've still got 6 cars on the track so far. The only guy that's pulled off was the Sandman because of the radiator. Clay Daly up front. Doug Ryan shows him we're going to go green next time around.
I want to see what the water from Sanders' car, if it's on the track, if anybody hits that, if that's going to make, guys have to move their line.
Single file restart. Clay Daly, Cody Laney, Steve Drake, Bobby Hogue, Tony Toast, Nick Bartels. That's how they're going to start as they make their way to turn 4. Everybody back on the throttle. Look at Daly just put the hammer down. That car takes a set and drives hard into turn 1.
Absolutely. As he keeps it to the bottom, puts that left front right on that berm, drives away, loads up that right rear, gets great front drive off of that inside line.
That's exactly what he is doing, and everybody else behind him, single file out of turn 4, down the front stretch into turn 1.
I won't be surprised with some of these cars if Clay checks out, if they start trying new lines to see what they can find for the main event.
There is nobody hunting the racetrack right now. It is single file around the bottom. Toast going to step it up. Nick Bartels taking a look underneath him. Toast going to slam the door into turn 1. Hang on. Things getting hot and heavy at the back of the pack. All by himself up front, Clay Daly in the 32B. He is hooked up and running away. He has got a half a straightaway advantage here over Cody Laney in the 5L. Steve Drake, Bobby Hogue, and Toast and Bartels still duking it out side by side. At the back, here comes the white flag for Clay Daly.
White flag is out as Daly drives it into 1 and 2. He's not letting up because as soon as he lets off the gas, he knows Cody Laney's going to be right there. Across the backstretch he goes into 3 and 4, keeping it on the low side. Nice and smooth around the bottom to the front. There it is. Clay Daly, the winner of the
Cody
Budweiser
Laney.
Nationals Dash.
Cody Laney finishes second. Steve Drake, Bobby Hogue, Toast, and Bartels. Boy, those guys were in a heated race there at the back of the pack. But how about it, race fans? Give it up for the 32B of Clay Daly, your Trophy Dash winner here on night number 1 for the Budweiser Nationals in the Trophy Dash. We're going to turn it over to Sully and Brian.
All right, Big Brian, here you go, buddy.